Hi guys, I hope that you guys have been enjoying your last few days of school and that you're excited for summer. It's hard to believe that it's almost here. So this week's lesson, we're going to be talking about Matthias the Apostle. And you might go, who? Matthias the Apostle? But in our lesson today and the classroom, you get to learn all about who Matthias was. So Matthias was an apostle that was chosen to replace Judas. You'll remember that Judas was the one who led Jesus to being arrested. And so he betrayed Jesus, and then he needed to be replaced because obviously he wasn't going to be a good man to share the word of Jesus if he was the one who caused Jesus to be arrested. So it was time for them to find a replacement for Matthias. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how that happened. So you guys have, I'm sure, many times had to pick somebody for something or had to decide who is going to be the person who went first to play a game. And there's lots of different ways you can do that, right? You can do something like, say, pick a number between 1 and 10, and whoever gets the closest number, that's the person who's going to go first. Or one of the super popular ways to do it, and it's been this way since I was a kid, is rock, paper, scissors. So you play rock, paper, scissors, and you decide who's going to win or who's going to go first that way, right? So this is basically what they needed to do to figure out who was going to be Judas's replacement. But the way they did it had God involved, and it involved a lot, which is sort of like drawing straws. So I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but this is how it works when you draw straws. So I have 5 straws here, all right? And so if we had 5 people, every person would draw a straw. So the first person would go and say, okay, I got this one. It's long. Then the second person would pull a straw and say, okay, I got this one. It's also long. And so then we pulled this one, the third person, it's long too. And we pulled this one, the fourth person, it's also long. But the fifth person pulls their straw and they have drawn the shorter straw. So the person who draws this straw would be the one that was chosen. Well, the way it's explained in the Bible, that's kind of how they did it when they were trying to decide who was going to replace Judas. So they prayed, and then they basically drew straws, and Matthias was the one who drew the short straw. So he was the one who was supposed to replace Judas. So that's how they figured it out. And obviously with prayer to God, God sort of guided that. And that's how Matthias was chosen. And another thing that I discovered in working on this lesson that I think is really neat is that his name means gift from God. So to me, that means that he was meant to be the chosen one to replace Judas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson and have fun looking around the classroom, and I'll see you guys later.